Wintertime is not supposed to be when you're doing maintenance. Wintertime is supposed to be when these things are functional. Unless you forget to maintain the battery, and so after the first start, it won't move. Then you end up in the garage doing a little bit of maintenance. All right, so first time building a trapper's box. Putting it on the back of the Expedition Sport. I got the 2-up, so I've got the 2 seats here. Wide track and the ski skins. Had a couple people tell me recently that there's a better option for skis. But for now, this is where I'm at. But never done trapper's box before. So general idea here currently is gonna be that box is going to be, let's see, 20, and the inside of the box is going to be about 20 1/4 by, I think it's 16, actually, outside of the box is going to be 16 7/8 by 20 3/4. So 16 7/8 wide, 20 3/4 tall or long, and then height, the inside of the box is going to be 16 1/8. And then I've got a lid cut already that I'm going to hinge over here. I'm actually thinking I'm going to put a flat section here that's attached, cut this, and then put the hinge here so that it can open and close with a little bit of, not quite the whole thing, like 2/3 or 3/4. But first time doing a box, kind of simple right now. The only other thing I'm trying to figure out is how I want to, if I want to put some sort of a block down here along the edge so I can put my screws in horizontally and vertically to make sure that I get good contact to have everything stay in place. And then I'm gonna look for some, currently I've got 4 metal brackets that are like a 2-inch bracket that will go here on the corner, but I think I may want to find a couple more just to help edge it a little bit. So that's it. Keep you guys updated. All right, so we are working in the garage. So sorry for the noise in the background, the furnace, boiler. But I went ahead and I did a little bit more work on this, and I tried to do that part without the camera just because the saw I have is awful, super loud, and so I wanted to try to do it without that. But so I ended up creating, kind of like I was saying in that video, my own. These are like 1 by 1 1/2. Screwed together 2 boards I had already, and then just ripped them down the center. Don't have a table saw or anything, so it's sometimes a little janky when you're doing some of this stuff, but it doesn't have to be perfect, especially for something like this that's going on the back of the sled that's just for me. Not like this is something I'm trying to sell. If I was trying to sell it, I would do things a bit different for sure, just to try to help make sure just to help quality. If I was selling these, I would want the quality as high as possible. Since it's just for me, then that is not nearly as big of a deal. I'm not going to say good enough for government work because I have too many friends who work for the state. However, it's good enough for government work. this board did come out a little bit wacky. Without having a table saw, unfortunately. It's not able to keep that one as straight as I would like, but essentially what I'm going to do is get these nailed down together or screwed together. And that will then give me the base that I can start building my frame on. So this will go this way. Let it go almost right up that edge there. That way I can use the link queue. And what I'd like to do, I don't have it right now, so I don't know if it's going to eventually work or not, but I would like to have install a couple of the link queues. This is the Ski-Doo. I didn't say this earlier. It's the Expedition Sport 600 Ace. I went with the 600 because I spent a lot of time by myself, and most recently, if I'm not by myself, I'm with my kids, and I want to be able to roll it over. And so I didn't want to be stuck trying to roll over the 600 or the 900 if it came down to it. So we're going to build these out here. So I should be able to attach those using some angled screwing, kind of coming in from the side, angle down. I can cut these ends off because I got about a ½ inch overlap, a little less there. But I'll do these kind of from the sides. Do probably 3 or 4 screws across at an angle, and then I will do the ends into at least the corners, and then try to use some brackets to kind of restructure the front and back so that that stays on. And that should be good. So go ahead and pause that, do some of the work, and I'll pause that. You guys can watch me try to struggle. Pardon the noise. said, not trying to be pretty. What are you chewing on? Give me that. Last thing I need is you waking me up in the middle of the night again, throwing up wood. Sounds like the worst possible option, my dude. My wife said she went through and stole all my screws that were like 2 inches or less. Well, that's what I need right now, are 2-inch screws. I don't know where she put. Hey! Leave the wood. Dogs aren't supposed to eat wood. It's not good for them, from my understanding. Okay. Where are all my screws? All right. I need to use my phone, so we're gonna have to pause the video.